Let's get ready to rumble!
What up, what up, what up? Salute to everybody in the building. It's your boy, it's your host, Ryan from the Six. We up in here, Big Six is in the building. What's going on, everybody? We got a good week of boxing. We got Lewis Crocker, Liam Paro tomorrow morning. And then on Saturday, we got the big one, Jerron Boots Ennis, Xander Zayas. And then on Sunday, man, we got Zuffa Boxing, Rayo versus De Los Santos in a rematch. Yo, what more can I say, man? What more can I say? Yo, salute. We got my man Malcolm in the building. Salute. What up, Malcolm? Bro, it's going to be a good weekend of boxing, a good week of boxing. The only thing I think we're missing, that if it came up, Pro Box, man. Pro Box always slides in these big weekends with a nice card. They usually do it on a Friday night, so they start us off right. But I think that's probably the only thing missing is a nice little Friday night card with action, smaller arena club show on YouTube for free, man. That's what we missing, man. Salute to Pro Box. Eddie Alvarez in the building. Salute. What's going on, brother? My man Eddie Alvarez. What up, man? We in the building. Salute to everybody tuning in. I'm your host, Ryan from the Six. We are talking all things boxing. I try to keep it unbiased. Obviously, we all got our favorites in some way, somehow, But I try to keep it straight down the middle. And if your first time coming in, man, make sure you sub to the channel. Like the stream, share the stream. Let's get some more people in here. This is a call-in show. Let me put the links in the chat. But for first thing, smash that like button like Ann Wolf. You know what I like to say. Yo.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big one punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
It's over, man. It's over. Yo, I like to salute the queens, man, and obviously Ann Wolf, man. She can't be forgotten. You know what I mean? Ann Wolf was really that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, yo. But salute to all the ladies, man. They doing their thing now with MVP. But yeah, man, we got a nice action-packed show in the sense of topics. I think we're gonna like what we talk about today, because it is a little bit of it's more drama, man, than anything, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100 outside the Lewis Crocker and Liam Paro fight, which is actually a fight that's going on. These other fights we're gonna talk about, we don't even know if they might be made up, man, imaginary. Now I don't even like to speak on these type of fights because I don't like Twitter fights. I don't like social media fights. I like when guys just say, yo, let's where the contract at? Let's go. But unfortunately, with these guys, we getting Twitter beefs, man, that we gotta talk about. I'm angry by that, man. I don't like that. I'm not here to talk about Twitter beefs to anybody, but salute to everybody in the building. We on multiple platforms, man. We on Instagram, we on Facebook, we on Kick, we on Twitch, we everywhere, man. So wherever you are at watching, I appreciate you. Salute to you. Share the stream. Let a friend know. Brian from the Six is live, man. And we talking boxing. Man. And let's dip into a couple topics here first. Let's mix it up, man. Let's talk about Golden Boy, man. Virgil Ortiz. Oscar De La Hoya last week. Yeah, was it last week? Oh, this past weekend, sorry. The Oscar Collazo fight. He said that Virgil, they're gonna figure it out. They're not gonna have to go to arbitration. They're gonna figure it out, man. So it looks like he's gonna be back in the ring sometime this year. I think they're targeting fall, to get him back in the ring. I don't know who Virgil gonna fight in fall, man, because they gotta get him in there with somebody who's a name. I think Virgil Ortiz been lacking like a real big name fight. I know Sergey Boachuk was a good test for him, but that wasn't a name fight. Madrimov kind of was a name because of Bud Crawford, right? Because he gave Bud Crawford a tough fight. That's why we know Madrimov. Outside of that, I don't know, man. Virgil ain't been in a big fight. Lubin. We know Lubin, but we don't think Lubin's like a superstar fighter, right? We don't look at him like that, man. Salute to my guy Eddie Alvarez. He said, I'm tired of hearing Xander ain't got a chance. Marco got boots 12-0. Oh, no. Nah, I don't believe that, bro. 12-0. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a good fight, bro. Nah, 12-0 is crazy. Nah, I don't see it like that, bro. But hey, man, I'm not the guy. Trust me, I'm not the guy who claims the high level eye, bro. I don't do that because I think some guys, like, I seen it just so much, bro. I seen it. Guys look so good in the gym, look so unstoppable, and then for whatever reason on fight night, they can't add that same performance, bro, under the lights. Like, I seen dudes where I'm like, yo, this guy, like, may not be world champ, but he gonna be world level for sure. And just couldn't get it done on the big stage, man. So I'm not saying that it tends to boots, but what I'm saying is, like, we can't just say that he gonna destroy Xander because what he be doing is sparring, man. I don't put that much leverage in it, bro. My man Eddie Alvarez said, us Latino need to stick together. I got Xander. Salute, bro. Salute. Yo, bro. He said Spence 10 winner. Oh, that's a quick turnaround, though, Fall. I think that's a quick turnaround for Spence. If we talking about Virgil, right? You talking about Virgil. So let's talk about it. Yeah, if Virgil Ortiz wants to fight the winner, man, forget that. They should do a round robin, Malcolm. Jermell Charlo should fight Virgil Ortiz, man. Shout out to We Fight All Night TV. Salute to you in the building. What's going on, man? Salute. Never seen you here before, but I appreciate you, man. And it looks like you got a channel. So, yo, like I like to do with all my people on YouTube, man, I show love to everybody. Make sure you guys go check him out, man. We Fight All Night TV. I'm sure he got some good boxing content there. Salute, brother. My man Malcolm says, I doubt Virgil fights in the fall. Oh, damn, bro. Damn, you do my guy Virgil like that? Yo, Virgil got to get in the ring, man. He got to get active. And the only way to do that is to just to go in the ring, bro. And I think Jermell Charlo is probably a perfect person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he's a perfect guy for Jermell. Jermell's been on a layoff since Canelo. Like, he ain't fought since Canelo, man. How many years has that been? Virgil, he on a little layoff now because of the case. Him and Oscar. Yo, it's kind of a perfect storm for Virgil because Jermell Charlo was the last undisputed champ at 154. He is a name in the division, well known. You know, his best division is 54, right? He was the king of that. So Virgil can come in here and slay the king, man, the former king, and get a good name under his belt. My man Eddie Alvarez said Boots got a lot of pressure on. Nah, it's for real, bro. Oh, we fight. Oh, you been subbed? Oh, salute, brother. I appreciate you, man. Salute, man. Thanks for rocking out with me. But yeah, we gotta start rocking out with you too, bro. I gotta go to your channel. We Fight All Night TV, man. I gotta go check that out. Make sure I do that. Yeah, man. So Virgil Ortiz, I think the fall is a perfect time for him to come back. You know, the fight's kind of like, because in August, man, the fights really dwindle down. Like, really, there's nothing big in August. In fall, things start to heat up again with, September is going to be Canelo and then Billy. Supposedly Ryan Garcia fighting in September too. We'll see. I think Tyson Fury and AJ, they're going to fight in the fall as well. That's another massive fight. So the fights start to pick up in the fall for sure. So Virgil can somehow find a weekend in there where he can stick his name in between it all. It obviously keeps us, the fans, active and looking at him. And he's going to be not in the headlines, but he's going to be in the mix with some of the big fights. And that's how you keep your name going. If you have big performances, obviously. You can't have duds, man, while you're doing that. And I think Jermell Charlo is probably the perfect guy because, like, isn't Virgil from Texas as well? So, like, they can do that fight in Texas. Get a big crowd out. Jermell get a big crowd out. And then Virgil meet somewhere in the middle. That's a PBC the PBC Golden Boy card, and PBC has been working with Golden Boy to do the fights on the zone, so it's a perfect storm in a sense. I think Virgil Ortiz and Jermell Charlo would be an interesting fight. I think a lot of us would tune in. A lot of us would look forward towards that fight, man. I think Virgil Ortiz, he's a good fighter, but he's still unproven. He's in that boat, with Jaron Ennis and even Xander, who are fighting this weekend. Those guys are not, they haven't passed the big test that we all want to see them pass. And I think Virgil, with Jermell Charlo, can definitely get a good fight in, man. I think that's a good fight. But man, we fight. All Night TV said, remember Virgil said he wants Spence. Yeah, I remember that. And I think it was DAZN that pretty much vetoed that. DAZN was like, nah, we don't want to see you fight Spence. We want to see you fight Jaron. So that's where the money's at. So, I mean, PBC, obviously Earl Spence is coming back. So if he has a successful fight against Tim Tszyu, then maybe DAZN will think about it. With seeing the numbers, seeing the reception, maybe they'll be like, hey, maybe it's good to have the Virgil fight over here on DAZN with Spence, because, he does bring out crowds. He brings out people. We'll see, man. We'll see. That should be a good card, by the way. Now that they added, they added Stephen Fulton and Jamal Charlo. So we'll see, man. I'd like to see Jermell get in the ring, man. Jermell, obviously, to me, was the more successful one in terms of career. He accomplished more. And obviously he got the Canelo fight because, Jamal was having issues. But I want to see him at 54, man, do his thing. I think Virgil Ortiz is there. They both don't got fights. Why not, man? Why not line it up? Like I say, man, we don't need no Twitter beefs. We don't need no this, that. We just want fights, man. As fight fans, we just want fights, bro. We just want to see the fades, man. We don't want to see nothing else, man. We just see contracts sent, and that's it, bro. That's all we want, bro.
For no playing, send me a contra. I know, baby. Send me a contra. I will kill you. Send me a contra. No play with me. Send me a contra.
That's all we want, man. Give me those guys right there. Shout out to Eddie Alvarez. He said, gotta listen to Kid Austin's dad today on Mill City. He act like he living through his he is living through his son, bro. He's the worst, bro. Like, man, that dude. Honestly, bro, like, I usually don't say stuff like this, but like, man, let your kid like drop his nuts, man. Let your kid be a man, dog. Like, you just coddling your kid and all this. The man's a whole grown man, dog. Let him be a man. Let him talk in these interviews. Let him go buy his own crib, have his own car, bro. Like, this guy's crazy, man. And let him get out there and call these dudes out, bro. It's just nuts, man. He in every interview, I know Bill Haney do that for Dev, but we see Dev talk too. We see Dev get out in front of the cameras and talk. We don't ever see Kid Austin get out, in front of these cameras and talk, unless he with his daddy, man. That shit's weird, to me at least. But yeah, man, Virgil Ortiz, I want to see him back in the fall. Hopefully Rick Mirrigan, Oscar De La Hoya, they can come to agreement and figure something out for Virgil. He's a good fighter, regardless, what I'm saying, of what we think about him. I think we need Virgil Ortiz, especially in this division, man. We need him because he is a power puncher. He does possess the knockouts. So he's a danger in a way, right? So I think we need Virgil, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard they changed opponents for Abdullah Mason to Albert Bell. What? How? Is Albert Bell? I guess he is at 35. I thought Joe Cordina was fighting Abdullah Mason, bro. I thought he was the mandatory. My man Malcolm said, I agree, man. Virgil looking better each fight. Also, yeah, bro. Like that Lubin fight, bro. Like that Lubin fight was probably the one that told me, all right, Virgil's starting to step up a bit because, we thought that at least Lubin was gonna push him. We're looking at it like, okay, Lubin's durable. He was in that Sebastian Fedora fight. Yeah, he ain't get stopped, but he was there. But nah, it was far from that, bro. Like Virgil just erased him, bro. Essentially, he just destroyed him, man. It was just like that, man. He just destroyed him. But hey, shout out to Virgil Ortiz, man. He did what he was supposed to do, so I'm not even mad at him. I'm not even tricking at him about that. That's what you're supposed to do. You got to get these guys out of there. These guys who they say belong in there. Get them out, bro. Get them out. So we got the tobacco's, man. You know, I mean, I said today, do have visa problems. What? Isn't the fight in July? He's in July, bro. He can get that shit figured out unless he got like criminal problems. But like I feel like Joe Cordina was just in America fighting in California, wasn't he? Didn't he fight against, who did he fight against, bro? Yeah, he was on the Diego Pacheco undercard against Kevin Sajo, man. I think that's who he fought. But yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with Joe Cordina, man. So they're gonna replace him with Albert Bell. I think Albert Bell's also from Ohio. Well, shout out to Abdullah Mason, and that's a tough fight, man. So shout out to Abdullah then. If you taking on Albert Bell, man, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. And shout out to Abdullah Mason, cause not too many people jumping to get in the ring with Albert Bell. So Abdullah Mason, he's daring to make sure he beat a good guy. That's not something that you usually see every day. Cause Joe Cordina, I like him, but I thought Abdullah was gonna stop him. You know, I just think Abdullah too young, too much. But even against Albert Bell, I think Abdullah's still young, too much. He's gonna be too much, but you know, Albert Bell will push him. That's for sure. Albert Bell gonna push him early in the fight, especially. He'll push the pace. He'll set Abdullah up with some shit, but I think Abdullah will figure it out. So yeah, Ohio Runs Boxing confirmed it. Okay. Shout out to Albert Bell. He getting a big fight in Ohio then. He gonna be fighting in July. So I mean, where does that leave Andy Cruz then? Like, who is he gonna fight? Or does he get an automatic IBF rematch against Raymond? Cause they're supposed to fight for an eliminator. Unless Lucas Body gonna step in there and fight Andy Cruz now. Abdullah experience, but he takes too much risk. Nah, man. You see, this is the issue, bro. Like, shout out to my guy Treese. Hopefully he come through tonight and tell us what's gonna happen. Cause Albert Bell, he ain't stopping people, bro. It's not like there's a lot of oomph behind them punches. So like, you know, Abdullah, he like to get in the fire, man. Now I'm gonna see it. Does Albert Bell like to be in the fire? Cause he gonna have to be in it regardless, bro. He ain't got the power to keep Abdullah honest, bro. That's what I'm saying. Abdullah gonna take chances for sure in this fight. And you know what? He's probably gonna be the more stronger guy in there. So when he's taking them chances, if Bell can't hold up, it's gonna be a long night. Long night for that man, because you know Abdullah's young, man. Got that youth. But yeah, that's a good fight, man. That made the card even better, because I think Albert Bell got a better chance to beat Abdullah than Joe Cordina, to be real. So shout out to Albert Bell for getting a title shot, man. WBO. But we got Debo Deb, Keyshawn Davis. It's going to be mandated. Now, y'all know me, bro. I like to keep people responsible when the time comes up, man. I need Gustavo to give me the breakdown on why the hell Keyshawn Davis gonna be the mandatory. And look, I don't even care. This is a good fight, bro. I like the fight. But how you gonna name him the mandatory? One, he ain't fought at 47. Two, he ain't got the 140 super belt to move up and do that shit. And three, he lost his 35 belt. So you're looking back at a champ that was at 35. He was never a champ at 40. Why the hell is he the mandatory at 147? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Keyshawn Davis skipping the line? You know? Let me take a look at who's in the WBO, and let's see who he's skipping over, man, because I don't get it. Like, they tripping. They putting Keyshawn over a bunch of dudes, man. Guys who we think deserve a shot. I know Rohan Polanco probably over there because he was top ranked. You know what I'm saying? He was top ranked, bro. So he definitely with the BO. And Polanco been fighting in 147. Not like Keyshawn. Keyshawn never beat a 47-pounder. Look, bro, you got two dudes who never fought at 47 in the top 5 of the WBO. Nasty freaking work, bro. Nasty work at the highest level. Like, come on, man. Shit is disgusting. These guys are losers, bro.
No, I'm 1-18 in boxing. Like, what's some tips? I ain't gonna lie. 1-18? Yeah. Stop boxing. Go.
Like, what the flip, man? How the hell you got Keyshawn Davis number 1, Manny Pacquiao number 2, Teofimo Lopez, who ain't never fought a 47-pounder, number 3. Look, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Arnold Barboza. Has he fought at 47? No, I gotta check him because maybe he has. But I don't think he has either, bro. You got in the top 4 only one man that actually fought at 47. It's that old man Pacquiao, bro. That's that's the only man in the WBO's top 4. No, top 5. No, Brian Norman Jr. is at number 5. So top 4 that has fought at the actual division. Yeah, I'm checking Arnold Barboza to see if he actually fought. Because I'm hoping he did. So we can say at least he campaigned, right? All right, yeah, his last fight against Kenneth Sims was at 46. So that's a welterweight belt. All right, so it's Teo and Keyshawn Davis. And Teo is number 3 on the list. Keyshawn Davis, number 1. I don't know what Gustavo said because I didn't see his interview. But, bro, what the hell? How the hell these dudes jump in the line? And then let's look at the people they jumping, bro. Brian Norman Jr., they jumped. Alexis Rocha, Rohan Polanco, Ricardo Salas, who's fighting against Hitchens coming up. Tiger Johnson, he's been jumped. And Curiel. Those are all dudes who fought at 47, man. Look, they share a lot in common with some of these guys. The only difference between, okay, maybe Teo. I can see Teo getting a big ranking at the 47 because he was a reigning champion when he had the belt at 140 with the WBO. He was a reigning champion, right? Like, honestly, to me, Teo should be above Keyshawn. He got more reigns. He actually won the WBO 140-pound belt. Keyshawn never won the 140 belt. So why is he over Teo? Or what, he got an undefeated record, they gonna say? Nah, bro. He never held the belt. So, like, it's politics, right? It's politics of boxing. And it's nuts. It's nuts. The WBO, they making a play, man. Maybe Devin Haney and Keyshawn are in serious negotiations because of that play. And this is a way to help it, help move it forward. But I don't think they need to do that, bro. He said one of the standards they use is popularity. That's crazy. That's a bad thing, bro. I don't think popularity should be used in the rankings. Not in the rankings. Maybe when you talk about getting a bigger check and you're trying to leverage some money, yeah, bro, use your popularity to get more money for sure. But in a ranking system, when we ranking fighters off, what they done in the ring, I don't know what that got to do with anything with popularity. My man G-Vaughn in the building. Salute, G-Vaughn. With the Ryan Garcia salute, man. He said, sounds crazy, but I think Devin and his team knows he can lose to Keyshawn. They only want a tough fights if it's big money, big names. If Keyshawn was a name, he would fight him. No, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I'm not even gonna front on that. If Keyshawn was a bigger name, he would have had that announced already.
Yeah.
That's facts, bro. But because Shakur said what he said, it kind of left the door open for the Haneys to say, look what Shakur said. You know, we're gonna press Shakur. They just trying to make Shakur look bad, right? And in doing so, they're almost like kind of avoiding the Keyshawn fight. You know, and soon people gonna say they ducking. Like it might not have hit that point just yet, but people are gonna call them ducks soon, bro. Especially if it's mandated and they drop the belt. Yo, they gonna call them ducks, man. Eddie Alvarez said, sounds corrupted. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, Barboza, yeah, man. So that's why you're right, Kenneth Sims. So why did Kenneth Sims go up that big too? Because I'm pretty sure he was a 40-pounder when he fought Duarte. So I don't know why he went up so big. New problems in the building. What up, man? He says, wild how he gets elevated, but's always missing weight. Yeah, man. I guess it's like my man Malcolm said, that popularity thing, man. I don't know. Is he more popular than Tio though? I feel like Tio might be more popular. I think Tio is probably the more popular guy. I don't know. I'm just saying just off what I'm thinking, but I know a lot of people hate Tio as well too, but that could also equate to some popularity because people now will try to watch you to lose and, you know, try to follow your ish. I don't know, man. Supposedly it's because he was a WBO champ at a lower weight. Yeah, no, I understand that, but I feel like he was at 35, so it's like it should be avoided then. Cause it's like, bro, you weren't even at the champ at one division lower. Like it's 2 divisions. So I don't know, man. I'm sure Gustavo explained it all. Like Malcolm said, they had the popularity thing. I didn't know that, so I'm sure that's probably what they're leaning on most is the popularity thing. I don't like that, to be honest, the popularity contest. But we got to be real, man. We're just living in that day and age in boxing right now where being popular puts you in some of the best positions. Like look at Jake Paul, man. He literally came into boxing and made a whole boatload of money because of his popularity. You know, Ryan Garcia, he always gets good opportunities because of his popularity. Tank Davis, same thing as him. You know, Canelo, all them guys, they popular. They get to ride their ship, man. They get to do what they want to do, essentially. And people can't say no to that because, you know, they bring the people out, man. They bring the people out, that's for sure. What else we got here, man? Why the heck my bad. My bar went all the way down. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm not sure what else to think about that Devin Keyshawn thing. Obviously, I just had to scratch my head why they're gonna name him the mandatory, you know, and I guess the WBO at 147 hasn't faced this mandatory in a long time. You know, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. fought a mandatory when he had the belt, so it kind of makes sense for them to mandate it, right? But the timing is also very, 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 very funny that Devin Haney's trying to get a fight with Shakur Stevenson. It's almost like, to me, I don't want to accuse anybody, but it's almost like, to me, Jay Prince and them, they moving, you know, they already showed they'll move Ray Ford into a Oshaki fight, right? Use him as a crash dummy. So, like, do we think they doing the same thing with Keyshawn? They moving him into Dev's direction to use him as a crash dummy too? Like, I know Keyshawn Davis. Probably most of us would rather watch Keyshawn versus Devin Haney than watch Shakur versus Devin Haney because of the intangibles, the way these guys fight, right? I think Devin Haney's a good boxer. I think Keyshawn Davis will press the fight. So it'd make for a good fight. But when you got 2 boxers, you might be in for a boring night, right? So I'm with the masses when they say like the Keyshawn fight's probably better. I totally agree. It is better. But yeah, man, I also think Dev can pose the biggest threat to Keyshawn because Keyshawn Davis, you know, even in the Albright fight, I don't know, man. He had points where I felt like he didn't look that good. You know, I felt like, you know, he was coasting. And you can't do that with Dev. You can't coast, man, because Dev's going to rack the rounds up. And then before you know it, now you got to play catch up. And that's an issue in itself. Because now you got to go stop Devin Haney, who can do the jab and grab. Say what you want, but the man makes it an art in a certain way of stopping people from doing what they want to do. It's not pretty, but it's effective. It's not my type of boxing, but it works for Devin Haney, right? But I'd rather see Keyshawn and Devin Haney for sure over Shakur. But I'm like, yo, man, why did Keyshawn not at least press this fight? Here's what Keyshawn should have did. He should have fought his last fight at 47, got acclimated to the weight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear no excuses to when he fights Dev, because I feel like when he fight Dev, people going to be like, he never fought at the weight. You know what I'm saying? He never got acclimated. All of them things are going to start coming out, man, if Dev beats him. And then if Dev wins, obviously it's going to be Dev's got a glass chin or something like that, or he just was never that. So whatever. Any guy loses, he's going to get critiqued, but it's okay. It's boxing, bro. Y'all be good, man. But I think Shakur Stevenson, he kind of like he moving parts right now, bro. He moving people around. And it's kind of looking scary for his team, because I think Keyshawn should fight Devin Haney, but I don't think Jay Prince got to go make the call to the WBO to make sure it happened. I think honestly, Devin would have just fought him, bro. But I think the problem was Shakur put his hand up for 144. That was the issue. So when Shakur put his hand up, we got to start asking the question, man. You said you going to fight him at 44. Devin Haney at first said, nah, 47. But then he obliged. Then he essentially he calling the bluff. That's what it looked like to me. For whatever reason, Devin Haney said he can make it 144. I don't think he should do that. I don't think he should give up the weight, but whatever. He giving it up. I'm not mad, bro. I'm not mad, because if I'm mad at him, I got to be mad at Floyd Mayweather for making Canelo do a catch weight. You know what I'm saying? I got to get mad at Cotto for making, I think Cotto made Canelo do a catch weight as well too when he fought him. So I got to get mad at him for that. I got to get mad at anybody else who did catch weight fights. Now the catch weight and the rehydration clause, which Tank Davis did on Ryan Garcia, that I didn't like. Because I'm like, bro, at least if you do catch weight, let Ryan rehydrate. You didn't even let that man rehydrate, bro. So you made sure you had dumb advantage on him. The one advantage I was okay with, but the two, you went too far. Now you're showing scary energy to me, at least. If you're going to let a guy meet you at a certain weight, how you going to restrict him after? Oh, my bad, bro. Shout out to my brother, WP36 in the building. What's going on, bro? But yeah, man, that's just how I feel about it. And Shakur Stevenson, he said 144. So Dev saying, okay, let's fight. But now I'm like, what's the holdup? Why the fight ain't being made? Why the fight ain't in advanced talks? I feel like we should probably get, I'm not going to say it got to be finalized, but Keyshawn should be moved out the way now if these guys is really going to fight. You know what I'm saying? Unless Shakur and Jay Prince and the whole team over there, they waiting on Gustavo to say, yo, this the mandatory. This who you fighting, Keyshawn Davis. We paid for that. They probably moving Keyshawn into Dev, man. Trying to wait it out. And then if Dev duck, because it would be a duck if he didn't fight Keyshawn Davis. I'm going to be real. It'd be a duck. Then we got to see what Shakur do. And if Shakur duck Dev, then it leaves Dev hanging, really. I don't know who he'd fight after. He'd probably have to go spin the block to Keyshawn. But then now you got no title, bro. I mean, you still Devin Haney, but it doesn't sit right when you come into the table with no belt, But hey, he is Devin Haney. He's made more money than Keyshawn. He will be the A side regardless over Keyshawn. That's a fact. Shout out to G-Von. He said now Tank has a way of dragging Dev to 144 because he already said he'd do it for Shakur. Why not for Tank too? Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, Tank Davis, he another guy, man. He said he want to fight Devin Haney too, and I don't even understand that because they are at the furthest points they've ever been in their careers. Like when they was at 35, they never fought. Dev moved up to 40. I think Tank Davis was having issues at that time. He wasn't even really fighting much. I think he had the one fight with Lamont Roach. Dev moves up to 47 now. My man's like 2 whole weight classes ahead. So it's like, damn. How the hell they gonna fight? I can't see Tank Davis going over 140. He talked about how he was uncomfortable with Barrios. Devin Haney is definitely not no Barrios, man. So I think unless Tank's grown since that talk, and he want to meet Dev at 44, shout out to Tank Davis. But that'd be some shit I would not expect from Tank because I feel like, Tank, the way they move calculated. They don't make like these type of moves where they going out of their box, man. So that'd be a whole different thing for me. I respect the hell out of Tank Davis if he did that because essentially he'd be fighting at welterweight, which is like 2 weight classes up from 135. So he'd be jumping 2 weights up to fight Devin Haney on some Roberto Duran shit, man. I'd respect that. VLM, what's going on? Salute. He said the holdup is Shakur not stepping in front of Keyshawn's opportunity to fight for the WBO title. If Devin is going to keep the belt. Nah, I feel that, bro. I feel that, but I'm just going to keep it 100. I don't even think Keyshawn deserves the mandatory. There's nothing you guys can show me in body of work at 147, even 140, that can eclipse the guys at 147 for a shot. That's all I'm saying. Line them all up. Show the resumes. Even Teal got better wins than Keyshawn Davis at 140. That's for sure. Josh Taylor. Keyshawn Davis ain't never fought nobody like that at 140. Jermaine Ortiz ain't never won a belt in his life. Near Albright, he's never won a belt. This guy, Josh Taylor, was an undisputed champion, bro. So I think like Teofimo Lopez, he can kick up a whole mess with the WBO, but it sounds like he got something in the works for himself, so that's why he not talking much. It sounds like he in a better situation. We'll see what happens there, man. My man Eddie Alvarez said, boxing more talking than fighting these days. Yeah, the boxers, they be talking, bro. They like to talk, bro. I don't even understand it. Yeah, they said Tank was going to do Pitbull at 140. Okay. So 144 for Devin, it'd be no problem now. He with Benavidez' dad. Curious to see how that works. Yes, bro. Yeah. We'll speak on that. Apparently, there was a tweet from Tank Davis's Twitter account. His shadow account. Apparently, he's saying that, his old coaches, Calvin and Kenny, they want to be famous. So I don't know what he meant by that. Like, they want to be Hollywood, I think is what he meant. But I don't get it, man. I guess he'd have to give us a bigger or further breakdown of that. And apparently, he's going to be working with Jose Benavidez Sr., which is interesting. I don't think I've seen Jose with any type of fighter like Gervonta. So that'd be interesting to see how they worked. Obviously him training alongside David. He's obviously got a relationship with David Benavidez. And honestly, the PBC, they should be looking at that as a big opportunity to put those guys on the same cards, on some big cards, man. They can center some big shows around Gervonta and David the Monster. Make them the attractions. Double header pay-per-views. I think people would be more inclined to buy those shows with those two at the top of the bill. I don't think that Tank's got to be the main all the time. I think you let David get his shine if the opponent's right? But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Tank Davis and moving with Jose Benavidez Sr. We'll see how he works out, man. It's interesting to see that. Like, I never thought Tank Davis would leave Calvin and Kenny. But obviously there's a lot going on in the background that us, the fans, don't get to see, don't get to hear about much. So yeah, man, it's not all good in paradise for Tank Davis, man. Looks like he's moving on to another team. And it'll be interesting to see if the move helps him, helps him grow. Maybe Jose Benavidez Sr. can get something out of him later in his career, that Kenny and Calvin couldn't. But we'll see, man. We'll see, bro. Yeah, they did. They did that doubleheader. I'm pretty sure it was when Tank fought Frank Martin, I think. Yeah, they did, man. I think they should continue to do that. That was a good show, man. I think Benavidez, that was when he made his first debut at 75 against Gvozdyk. And yeah, Tank Davis fought at Frank Martin. Like, I think those are two decent opposition guys. Probably didn't cost you a lot of money, and a lot of people are going to tune in because of who the big guys are fighting, like Tank Davis and David, man. They're very entertaining fighters. So now you got people looking forward to something. They know they're going to see somebody get knocked out with Tank. They know they're going to see some guy get battered around the ring with David. So, I mean, it offers a lot for the fans, man, for sure. And the PBC, if they want to charge like $80 a pay-per-view, yeah, you got to put these guys on it, man. You got to let the fans enjoy a show for sure, man. So I think honestly the double headers might be a way for them to go if they want to, obviously do well in business, right? See, yeah, it was the Gvozdyk fight, man. Didn't look too great in that fight. That fight didn't really age well for David, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said his hand was hurt, but I thought Gvozdyk was holding up pretty good off a 2-year layoff, I think Gvozdyk had, or something like that. He had a layoff. And then, you turn around and see Hot Rod fight Gvozdyk on Zuffa, and Hot Rod stops him, bro. And it's crazy because Hot Rod lost to Morrell. The triangle theories and stuff, man. It's just weird, bro. It's just weird, bro. He said Tank and David on another car for 80. Nah, they gonna charge 800 for that. Salute to my brother Doc, man, in the building. What up, Dr. Boxing Talk? Make sure you guys check him out. He said somebody gave him a membership. Yeah, brother. Somebody gifted you. Salute. Yeah, man. Yeah, they need to do that, bro. Tank Davis. It's gonna be hard for Jose because if they're gonna main event and Cole, he gonna be at the ring while one of them's trying to warm up. And I think it was Robert Garcia did that the last show with Bam, right? He had the Cole main event in the ring, and it looked to me like Bam didn't get much of a good he didn't get a good warm up, especially because shout out to Buddy's team, bro. What's his name, man? Antonio Vargas, man. His team made Bam take his whole wraps off because they weren't in the room when it started, and like Robert had the co-main event in, so he probably tried to wrap Bam early before he went out. Yo, they read the whole play. They said, nah, they went in there, they made him take all the hand wraps off, and they're liable to do that because there's rules. There's rules that they need to be in the room, and if they come into the room and the commission hasn't hit that X, they could tell you to take them all off, bro. We didn't get to see it. And I thought that was a super strategic move on their part, knowing that, hey, Robert's got to be in the ring soon. We're going to make him rush now. He going to rush these raps now. And then he not going to get opportunity to warm up with Bam. Yo, they played that shit crazy, man. I was like, okay. Shout out to them, man. G-Von, yeah, you say, yep, Inoue's manager, man. I think Inoue and Bam, I think they were both promoted by Mr. Honda at one point before Bam. I think Bam is still promoted by Mr. Honda. I think he's just co-signed with Matchroom. But yeah, man, yeah, they said February, bro. I'm geeked for that. That means, to me, I think Bam should get one more in. What do you guys think? Like, should he get one more fight in? Or should he just do the Bud Crawford, just like pack on the weight good and then fight. I don't know, man. I think one more. I was even telling Bud Crawford to fight one more. I wanted him to fight Jaime Munguia at 160 before he fought Canelo. But, you know, we saw what he did with that, just putting the weight on properly. I don't know if Bam got that same type of regimen. Maybe he do. But we'll see, man. That's going to be a good-ass fight, bro. My man Doc said, yes, they should have, man. Followed the proper protocols, man. Respect Team Vargas, yeah. Yeah, I think so, bro. I think that was awesome. You know, some people would have just let it slide, you know, but like, oh, they already did it. Yeah, we know, Robert, you got to be out there. But no, they did the right thing. You know, and it takes doubt out of it, right? Like, you know, we don't get people saying that, oh, man, we didn't watch them rap, so possibly they had something in their hands. Like, bro, you just take that out of doubt, bro. You know, or don't be out here acting like Team Berlanga, saying Hamza Shiraz knocked him out with a brick. It's crazy, bro. Crazy when man say that stuff. And it's crazy when they say it when they in New York, bro, which is like one of the most strictest commissions, bro. New York Athletic Commission, they don't play that. So shout out to Team Berlanga, but y'all sounded like a whole bunch of idiots, yo. Idiot boy, them. When y'all saying that stuff, I couldn't believe it, man. Wow, but yo, shout out to Berlanga, man. He a whole singer now.
Newest rules. Apparently, the title of the book is called "Fooling Fools." Y'all was riding all summer.
Hey, he back in the ring against Stephen Butler. My man Doc said, yeah, he's likely going for the WBO against Medina or targeting the real WBO. Sasumi? Oh. Yo, Sasumi will be a good fight. That's what I wanted Bam to fight. Sasumi. That dude was dangerous, bro. I thought that dude was going to destroy Nonito Donaire. But Nonito showed heart, bro. He pushed Sasumi. I was like, damn, like, shout out to Nonito, man. At 40-something years old, still fighting against these guys like that, bro. He said, Berlanga passed 1 million views. Yo, he got love then for that song, bro. Shout out to Berlanga. What? He passed 1 million views, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Berlanga, bro. I didn't know it was like that, man. I didn't know it was like that, Chivon. He might have got himself something for real. Ah, man. But yeah, these guys don't want to fight, man. I don't know what's going on with these guys. Why they acting like this. A lot of talking on the internet, you know, Shakur Devin going back and forth. And it really just leaves a sour taste in your mouth because you're like, man, like these fights, we should be doing this. All this talking should be in the promotion of the fight or the lead up. It shouldn't be to get to the fight. Like all of this talking, man, it's getting old. Like we want to see these dudes fight, man. The Twitter shit, X shit, man. It's cool for like a day, and then it's like, okay, man, when y'all gonna sign contracts? Like, when are we actually gonna get action? A date. Something to look forward to. But nah, man, we never get that. We just be getting, and honestly, we be getting the fan bases be getting riled up, and then the fans be going at each other, and the fans be going at each other harder than the fighters, man. I don't even understand that, to be real. That's when it gets crazy to me. My man Doc said, yeah, I didn't think Donaire still had it in him, man. To hang in with Sasumi. Respect to the Filipino Flash. Nah, for real, bro. He's old, man. He was doing his thing. Shout out to Polo Buck in the building. My God, Polo Buck in the building. He said, didn't Hamza Shiraz say he would let Borlang walk him out if he passes one? Oh, he said that, bro? He let Berlanga walk him out? Oh, yo, that sounds crazy, bro. Yo, Berlanga, shout out to him, man. I didn't know he hit 1 million views. Shout out to him, bro. That's a hit then. Z Pacino in the building. Said, what's going on, man? Salute, Z. Yo, he hit 1 million views. Shout out to Berlanga, man. He got real fans then, bro. He got real fans, bro. I didn't think he had that in him, bro. But shout out to him, man. Shout out to Berlanga. I like Berlanga as a talker, though. He knows how to throw a press conference, really. He knows how to get the people riled up, man. And the opponents and the ops, everybody. I like when Berlanga gets on the mic and starts talking, especially when he, like I know Jermell Charlo didn't do it, but when Berlanga started disrespecting Canelo, I was like, yeah, talk your shit, Berlanga. Even though we know you ain't got no chance, talk your shit, bro. It's your moment. This is your moment. Derek Green in the building. Salute, salute. He said Tank want to win, period. Oh, for real? Yeah, Tank got to come back, bro. Tank got to come back, man. Tank Davis, he been MIA, sir. We don't know where he at, man. I should get that one, bro. Where's she at? Yeah, we don't know where Tank Davis at, bro. But I want to see him. I want to see him in the ring for sure. Oh, dang, bro. That's crazy that did that. My bad, yo. Pressed him wrong, but yeah, man, I want to see Tank Davis in the ring for sure, bro. I don't know where he been at, what he been on, but I think for sure he needs to get back in the ring and get busy, bro. What do you guys think, man? What do you think we're gonna see Tank Davis at next? He said, nah, them bots that put Berlanga on the spot, man. Ask Kata. He said the bots. Oh, man. He said the bots. Yo, that's crazy, bro. You gotta pack them up, man.
Is anything you looking for?
Some gummies.
Gummies?
Hurry up and buy.
No.
You gotta get him out of here, bro. You gotta get him out of here, dog. Berlanga say he need them bots. Nah, man. I hope that meal was real, bro. I feel like Berlanga be getting love, though, because, like, he did the parade in Puerto Rico. You know, I think in New York, he's really respected in New York as well. Obviously, they did well at that tennis stadium in Queens. I think it was in Queens. They did well, man. It was a good crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. I think Berlanga, yeah, he can probably achieve a mil if the song was right. And I hear the song was right, man. A lot of people say it was a good song. So, yeah, I can see that for sure. He big enough, man. I think so. And then Teofimo Lopez, his debut at 147. A title shot. I guess Rolly Romero, man. They said this is agreed. The date's not confirmed, yo. That's not the date. That's just whatever. That's not the date there. Don't read that. But Rolly versus Tio has been agreed by both sides. They got to figure out the rest now. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good fight, man. I think Teofimo Lopez, I like him, bro. I like Teofimo Lopez. I think that his issue has always been just his dad in his corner, man. I don't think his dad should be the voice in front of him. Now, what they do, that's up to them. I don't care, but I would like to see Teofimo Lopez get somebody else in front of him, a more instructor, you know. Shout out to his dad. I think his dad's a great motivator. His dad, you know, riles him up in the corner. But I think his dad could do that from the side. Like, he don't need to be, like, right in front of Tio. I think Tio needs somebody to slow him down, you know, say, hey, yo, bro, this is the game plan. Keep following the game plan. Or, you know, tell him this and that. Break things down to him. You know, I think Teofimo Lopez, for having his dad in front of him to be making it this far in boxing is incredible, man. And he's been working out at the Floyd Mayweather gym, helping Floyd with his fight coming up. And Floyd fights this weekend too. Wait. Yo, we gotta wait. Is the Floyd fight canceled? Cause I thought I read some stuff on Floyd that said he couldn't travel. I don't know, man. I saw Cromwell Moulton say he's not fighting on that card anymore. So is the Floyd fight canceled or is it going on this weekend? Is it going on Sunday? Like, because I think it was supposed to be scheduled for Sunday, right? This weekend. But oh man, I don't know, bro. I don't know when the Floyd fight happening now. My man, Left Hand Manly, what's going on, bro? He said, salute, Ron. You spoke on Dula Albert Bell. I did briefly. I think it's a good fight, man. Shout out to, I think it was Eddie Alvarez who told me about it. I guess Ness was talking about it on the Boxing Boys. Yeah, I think that's a good fight. I think it's a better fight than Joe Cordina for sure. Bigger challenge for Abdullah. I still got Abdullah winning. I think he's just a little too much, man. I think Albert Bell lacks that snap, right, in his punches. And we seen Abdullah Mason go on the fire with punchers. Get dropped, get back up, and drop a dude. So, yeah, man, we'll see. Albert Bell's a great boxer, though. He's going to be a lot taller than any of Abdullah Mason's opponents. So that's going to pose a threat. You know, Abdullah Mason's probably been training for Cordina most of the time. So now he's got to adjust his camp, adjust the way he's going to fight on the fly. And same with Albert Bell. He's been training for Andy Cruz. So now he has to adjust the way he's going to fight. So I think it's going to be a good fight. It'll be a good fight. But I got Abdullah Mason winning the fight. I just think he's too young, too hungry right now, too strong. I think a lot of things that Albert Bell does, he does a lot better. Not a lot better, but he does better, I'll say. I'm not going to say that to Albert Bell. Like, Albert Bell's a great fighter, man. He's been doing the garbage bin man work. He's been really grinding, Albert Bell, you know, trying to go up these rankings. I think he was number 1 at 30 for a long time, WBO, and they just never... I think even Oscar Valdez was there with the belt at one point, or Navarrete, one of them guys, and he just never got the shot. He never got mandated. Probably partly because of what my man Malcolm was saying earlier about WBO having that popularity thing that can help you get mandated. So I think for sure it's a good opportunity for Albert Bell. It's something he got to jump at. A world title shot, younger guy, not experienced. You know, you're going to get paid well. It's in Ohio, so you're going to have a fan base out. He's from Toledo, I believe. I think he is. Shout out to Treese. That's why Treese bat for him, right? He's from Toledo. He got to be from Toledo. So I think this is it for Albert Bell. He got to get it done, man. He really got to lock in and get it done, because he may never get this shot again. You know, this boxing game is cruel, man. And I like Albert Bell. You know, when he was on OTX, I thought that was going to be his opportunity to break out when he was on OTX. But they just, you know, they couldn't stick around long enough, man. Even they're gone now. It's crazy. Eddie Alvarez said, so much for Zuffa signing everyone. Haven't heard no signings lately. Yeah, man. Shout out to Zuffa. Yo, man, people so rattled by Dana White, man. I don't even understand it. Maybe because, like, Dana White, how do I say this without sounding like a complete hater? Maybe because Dana White is just like them, but slimier and can get shit done way better than them. That's probably why they don't like him, bro. Because, like, I don't understand it. Like, the promoters, like Eddie talking like he's some angel, Oscar talking like he's some angel. Bob really don't even care about Dana White, to be honest. And that's because Bob's not in the day-to-day operations anymore. He's literally just traveling to watch boxing. Like, he's like 90-something. There's no way Bob is looking at contracts no more. That's Todd LaBeouf and Carl Moretti. They don't talk about, like, Top Rank don't talk about Dana White. I think that's because, like, their model is developing fighters. They're not there to build the big names and do the big fights, really. But they did say they'd spend a lot of money for that Devin fight. They did say that. So they I guess they know the business that they're in. But they don't really talk about Dana. But even Frank Warren, I don't even know why these dudes are all like, it's weird, bro. It's like, you know, when that new girl at school and then all the girls is hating? That's what it looked like right now to me, bro. It's like the new girl done walked in, all the dudes is looking over at the new girl, and all the girls in the school is hating that new girl, bro. They're not even trying to bring her in the groups or nothing. They just straight hating, stale faces, screw face. They out here being bad, man. And I think that's what this Dana White situation looked like to me. Is like this man stepped in the classroom, and all these guys are just hating, bro. I don't even understand it because they all the same way, man. My man Doc said, "Wait, you're saying Albert Bell isn't fighting Andy Cruz?" Yeah, bro. Shout out to Eddie Alvarez. He was in the chat. He told me about that. Apparently, Joe Cordina had visa issues, and I'm surprised by that because I feel like Joe Cordina he just fought in America, like not too long ago. I think he fought in America, man, like a couple months ago on the Diego Pacheco undercard. That's how he got this fight. So I don't know what type of visa issues he got. I don't know if they found something. Maybe he did something recently, got a criminal charge. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, man, doctor, Doc, yeah. Boxing lit, yeah, bro. He said Matchroom fighters this year either lost a title shot or they pulled out due to injury. Oh, for real? Damn. Matchroom, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I mean, Eddie Alvarez said Dana has friends in the right places. That's a fact, but even from what Turkey's saying and what Turkey was saying in his little thing, like he wanna unite everybody, right? I don't know how genuine that is, but it sounds like Turkey, he know he's not gonna be around forever. Sound like his health issues are extremely serious, and I hope he can get them all together, man. I really hope he should have tried to just take Zuffa to the zone. I think that would have been better. But maybe Paramount just had that deal in the pocket, man, just waiting. And maybe Paramount said they wanted Zuffa, so it couldn't be a situation to where Zuffa went over to the zone. But can you imagine if we had Zuffa on the zone as well on the Sunday? Man, then we really all would just be staring at PBC like, what the hell are you doing? Come on over, man. What are you guys doing? Why you guys got to be like that? Why you guys always got to be the weirdos, man? Come on over to the zone so we can all just say boxing's in one place. Because that's what we really need. Just boxing in one spot, man. Too many spots for boxing, bro. Yeah, he fought Flores. Yeah, that was the eliminator. He said, bro, I never heard of our UK brethren having visa issues to get into the U.S. Seems a bit fish, man. You think Cordina ducking? Of course, it could be legit, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Cordina gonna duck. It could be a duck. Because I remember, like, wasn't Cordina supposed to fight Kakasi? And somehow he got out of that. Did he get injured or something like that? I don't know. He got out of that fight too. And that was a world title fight as well. Or did Kakasi get injured? Somebody got injured in that fight. And he didn't fight him. Oh, no. He fought Kakasi. Kakasi stopped him, man. I'm tripping. There was another fight Cordina was in, though. And he dropped out. Was it Shakur? I think it was Shakur fight. He was supposed to fight Shakur. Yeah, he did. He got stopped. I'm pretty sure he got stopped by Kakasi, didn't he? That's why I'm just remembering now. I think it was the Shakur fight. He was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson, and I think he dropped out of that fight or something like that. Or Shakur dropped out for tank negotiations. Somewhere along that line, bro. You know, and that's when I was like, man, this guy Cordina, I don't know. And then he popped up for the Flores fight, won that one. And then, you know, obviously was mandated to fight Abdullah Mason. Shout out to Abdullah Mason, taking on his mandatory. But if Cordina dropped out the fight, shout out to Albert Bell. He's well deserving of the fight. But me personally, I got Abdullah winning still, man. I like Abdullah Mason. I like what he does. I like the work he puts in. I think he's like gonna be one of the better fighters in boxing moving forward. That kid don't talk. He just fight, man. He just fight. I think he'd take on guys, man. I think Keyshawn's probably smart with moving up to 47 because I feel like Abdullah gonna catch him eventually. And you know, all that yapping he be doing, all that playing he be doing with Abdullah Mason. It's not gonna be a game when they fight, bro. You know, I think Mason he really want to beat up on Keyshawn, bro. You know, he definitely strikes me as a silent killer, bro. Abdullah Mason. And I always said, like, Abdullah Mason, I think he'll be the one to take a lot of risk in his career as well, too. Like, you guys see him in the ring. I think he'll do that, as far as getting these fights done. Once he gets to a certain level of popularity where he can call out these guys and they'll take him serious. But shout out to my guy Just Stu in the building. Salute my brother. Just do boxing, man. My man Polo Buck said tough fight for Mason if he didn't work on his defense still. Man, Mason, I think he'll be good, bro. Like, I don't know. I think it'll be a good fight. I think it's a much better fight than the Cordino fight for sure. This is Aki brother, man, and they know each other from sparring. Oh, for real? Okay. Just do boxing. He said, I dealt Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis fight while both being signed to Jay Prince. Man, yo, I hate that. And you're so right, bro. They're both signed to Jay Prince. I forgot about that, man. Bro, I hate that, bro. I hate that. But, like, I feel like Jay Prince, I don't know, man. He should match him up. Like, I don't know. I guess I just think in a sense of, like, what's the worst that could happen? Somebody loses? Okay. I think Keyshawn and Abdullah are well-established fighters to where they can bounce back. I feel like it just be a bump in the road for either guy. I mean, think about it. The guy who wins obviously gets elevated a lot, especially if it's Abdullah. He gonna get elevated a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, bro. It's kind of like the NBA too. Like, you got Rich Paul got all them guys, but he not trying to make sure other guys don't have the money. He makes sure everybody got the money. So I get it, bro. You want to make sure your whole team getting paid, even if they ain't gotta face each other. Get paid, man. I totally understand it. Shout out to Polo Buck with the $5 super chat, starting us off with a goal. Salute, champ. Salute. Dropping another 5. Yo, my man Polo Buck, you know what it is, dog. Them chips with the dip.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Shout out to my brother Polo Buck, man, supporting the channel. Yeah, we got a $20 stream goal, man. Salute to everybody tuning in. My man Attorney Bayless, he said he's still at the office. He said, Ryan, thanks for having a chat tonight. Salute, Attorney Bailey, man. Getting that work in, bro. Don't stay too late. Don't stress too much, my brother. Get home, get safe. Enjoy the stream, man. Yeah, bro. I think Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. I don't know why we're not hearing about that being done. It sounded like 144 was the missing concession, but whatever. Like I said in my short, bro, it sounded to me like Shakur got business at 40 in these other divisions. I would just rather see him just getting into the mix with those guys, man. Just get into the mix, especially at 140. But I know the names is not there, and I get it. That's what it's for Shakur right now. He trying to make some money. I totally understand. But I think, bro, I think there's some good fights at 40, bro. I think even if Raymond Mulataya moved up, that's a good fight for Shakur. I like Raymond Mulataya. Poyo's there right now. Dalton Smith, I think he's injured or something like that. So he's kind of out the mix. Who has a WBA at 140? Gary. But Gary's fighting Esau Cruz. So yeah, man. I mean, for Shakur Stevenson, he got options, obviously. I think even if he moved up to 47, I don't know who the big name will be, because it looks like Ryan Garcia said him and Conor are fighting. So he says, we ain't seen nothing yet. He says that it looks like Rolly and Tio about to mix it up. So we can't get Rolly. Then Dev, man. Dev's kind of in the middle, right? Dev's in the middle right now. Dev's in the middle of Keyshawn or Shakur, and it's probably going to lean more to Keyshawn because the WBO, they're going to probably force Bill Haney and Dev's hand, and make that fight. So it's like, yeah, man, I'd rather see Shakur go back to 40 and do some work at 40, man. Shout out to Attorney Bailey for the $5 super chat. Salute champ for the goal. We only need 5 more. Salute. Drop the chips with the dip.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yes, sir. Salute, man, to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys smash that like button like Ann Wolf, though, man. Don't forget, yo.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
Yeah, man, I got them links in the chat. I'm going to drop them again. They probably got buried. I got the Discord open. I got the X Spaces open. And if nobody has those and they want the panel link to come up, I could definitely send out the panel link for sure to the people, man, if they want to come up and talk some boxing. Yeah, man, anything too. Oh, shoot, I almost forgot about the Lewis Crocker fight. Damn fight tomorrow, yo. I almost forgot about that. Getting caught up in talking about these dudes who ain't got dates, man. And we got an actual fight tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to go live for that at 8 a.m. I'll be live at 8 a.m. watching the Lewis Crocker Liam Paro fight. They said it has implications for the winner of possibly the Tio and Rolly winner fight. The winner of this winner. I think that's good, man. I think that's good. And I always said, no, I think more so Liam Paro, if he wins the belt tomorrow morning, I think he would be more inclined to fight the other champions than Lewis Crocker. I think Lewis Crocker would still kind of hide behind Matchroom. And then we got to see when Patty Donovan gets mandated by the IBF, because I feel like that IBF belt at 147 has been mandated like quicker than most other divisions. I feel like Jerron, wasn't he mandated to fight T-Bud? And then that's when Bud dropped the belt or was stripped and Jerron was elevated. I feel like he was a mandatory. Now they didn't fight. And then I feel like Jerron fought 2 mandatories, right? Didn't he fight Karen twice as a mandatory? I know he fought Karen. No, I think the second time he fought him. No, the first time he fought him was as a mandatory, I think. The second time I think was or just a rematch. Like he wanted to show better, right? Better performance, because people were saying that, you know, I don't know how in a performance like that where you dominate and like he won the fight like 12-0 almost twice, you know, but people said he struggled, which is crazy. But shout out to Boots Ennis, man. Attorney Bailey said, fight tomorrow, yeah, in Australia. Liam Paro versus Lewis Crocker for the IBF welterweight title. Is I think their ring walk time is like 8 a.m. Eastern or something like that. I'll be on 8 a.m. Eastern for sure. I'm gonna run my kids over to school, and I'm gonna run back home and get on the live. Yeah. I'll be watching that, man, because I want to see who wins that fight. I was quite surprised Lewis Crocker looked bigger than Liam Paro, like way bigger in the weigh-in today. But they do have to weigh in again tomorrow morning, or tonight probably. They're probably weighing in right now or something like that. They gotta weigh in again. And then for the IBF limit, 10 pounds. So I think that's why this belt kind of favors Liam Paro. You know, I don't think it's on the zone, actually. Let me check. I don't think it's on the zone because I think it's with No Limit Promotions. Like, Matchroom lost the purse bid. Like, I don't know how Eddie Hearn continues to lose purse bids. It's kind of actually crazy. But yeah, they lost the purse bid to Liam Paro's team. And the fight, that's why the fight's in Australia, essentially. You know. Yeah, let's see the details. They don't even show. I know BoxRec sometimes shows where stuff is streamed. I think it's probably gonna be on Prime though. Oh, it's gonna be Australia Fox. Damn. The hell is that, man? All right, let me see if I could Google where to watch over here. Cause I thought for sure it's gonna be on Amazon Prime. Oh shit. It is on the zone. Hold on. Well, let's check my zone because I don't remember seeing it, yo. Shout out to Attorney Bailey for even saying the zone because I wasn't gonna check there. So I just assume it's no limit, so it's not on the zone. Salute to the chat, yo. Z Pacino said it is on the zone. Okay, shout out to Z, man. Yeah, it's on the zone. So salute. Let's go. We on the zone with it. Yep. It says the main card starts at 5 a.m., but I'm gonna go live at 8. I think that's the ring walk time for them, the main event. So yeah, I'll be live 8 a.m. tomorrow morning doing the watch party, yo. Salute to everybody. Make sure you tune in. Come check it out, man. See who can win the welterweight title, IBF welterweight title. Lewis Crocker, Liam Paro. That should be a good fight. Man. I got Liam Paro edging it, though. I think he's going to win it. It's weird. He's the favorite, too. Like, I don't see too many times like that with a champ. Actually, oh, shit, we're seeing it with this weekend, too, with Xander and Jaron. Like, Jaron Ennis is a huge favorite in the fight. It's crazy. It's like a minus 400. I saw that and I was like, yo, this is insane. Like, how is he a minus 400? And he's not the champion. Oh, man. Shout out to Jaron Ennis, though, man. He's obviously highly regarded. We all know that. But, man, a minus 400 over the champion? Shout out to Xander because he doesn't seem fazed by it. He's still cool. As a cool cucumber, he's doing his thing, man. Xander's he's saying the right things, showing me confidence. But I don't know if that's his poker face. We'll find out though. That's what the fights are for. Man. What else we got on the docket, bro? Shoot. Golden Boy, we talked about that. Dev, Tank Davis. That seems like a pipe dream. Like that seems like something that, I don't think we're gonna get that fight. The gap in weight, it's never been like this. This is a huge gap between the guys. So I just think, me personally, I don't think we'll ever get Tank Davis and Devin Haney in the ring. But we may get Shakur and Tank. I mean, I think that's a good fight. Also, I'm surprised that one doesn't have legs. I think Shakur Stevenson should target Tank Davis if he's coming back. But hey, shout out to Shakur. He's always kind of kept the same energy. Like, he's not really going to press it unless he knows Tank Davis is really there for the taking and fighting. So, I get it, man. I get it. But, yo, what'd you guys think about the card this weekend? I forgot to talk about it. The Ashton Slav and Jojo Diaz, man. I didn't like that, bro. I don't know if H2O can beat like a top contender right now, I know Jojo didn't look good either in the fight, but I feel like you gotta dominate. Like, those are fights you gotta dominate. Those are statement fights. I didn't feel like H2O really stamped himself as the next guy coming up. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who he fights next. I know he said it's a fight he's been asking for. I don't know if he's in the IBF rankings. Is that a type of thing right now? He can jump in the Andy Cruz fight, possibly, maybe. I know he said that he's been asking for the fight, so he doesn't want to speak about it too much because he doesn't want to mess it up. But I don't know, man. I just think that a guy like H2O, you gotta look better than that against JoJo, man. Older JoJo too. Tito Mercado fought on that card. I think he got like a first round stoppage. So I think that was just a tune-up fight. It's another guy that I like, but it's like, bro, how the hell did Matchroom not get you in any of these good fights, man? You know what I'm saying? And then he signed to DMG. You know, I'm sure Zupa could use a guy like Tito Mercado, man. It just makes you think. Makes me think at least. Yo, did he not go to Zupa? Because, you know, can't duck no smoke. Can't duck no smoke at Zupa. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Eddie Alvarez said that Golden Boy car was trash. Yeah, it was, yo. It's Basuda, man. Definitely. That shit was hot garbage, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oscar gonna lie to us and tell us it was good, bro.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up, man.
Man. Shout out to Oscar though, because like he give Oscar Collazo that platform, bro. Like that was a big arena he put him in. With nobody in it, but shit, he believed in Oscar Collazo, man. I was like, damn, bro, where everybody at? Like this is crazy, bro. We all here to see him, but like, nah, man. This dude ain't it, man. He ain't it. Shout out to Oscar Collazo, man. Logan in the building. He said, peace, Ron. H2 is there to be hit. Once he steps up again, he may get packed up. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I feel like this was an opportunity missed by H2O, man. He needed to be better. He needed to be more dominant against an older JoJo. And it didn't look like that, man. I was actually pretty disappointed in the performance. But hey, man. Johan Ingram, let's talk about that. That was one of the bets I missed, bro. Let me post them. Because yes, I post when I win. But I want to get in the habit of also posting when I lose. Because we ain't all perfect, man. But we did go 1 for 2. We did win some money. So, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad now, right? Let's see if I can bring it up. Shoot, I don't even have the ones that are like, let's say win on them. I should have those ones up. But here we go. I'll share that screen there. Yeah, so we had Ernesto Mercado and Johan winning on the money line. Plus 140. And Johan lost. Johan lost, man, and he didn't look good losing either. Like, I think that's where I saw the tweet about Calvin and Kenny. When somebody said that Bill Haney was a better trainer than them after watching the Johan Ingram fight. Yo, Johan Ingram, I don't get it, man. He took off like the last 2 rounds in a tight fight. And then it came, like, shout out to the judges. They didn't get it wrong. They got it right. But they picked the other guy big time. Like, the other guy won by a landslide. Like, Johan needed pretty much a knockout in those rounds. And I was just like, oh, man, this dude, he thought he won the fight before he won it, man. It was crazy, bro. But on the other one, I had Ernesto getting a stoppage again. I think this was like okay, it's a plus 109. Damn, my bad. If you a member, you get these. If you're not a member, you don't. So join the members, man. $1 a month. Join the membership. Or if you're on YouTube right now, it's at the bottom there, right corner. Check me out. I went over 8.5 with Ashton Silva and JoJo. That hit. And Amir Anderson, he got a stoppage too, but I couldn't take him with a stop. They didn't have that. I would have took him with it. But yeah, that's the one that hit. The 3-leg parlay. Those are the only parlays that dropped. It was a pretty, like, the Collazo card. Like, bro, I didn't know any of them guys on there outside of Colossal, to be honest. So I wasn't dropping money on that. But this week, probably tonight, when I get off here, I'm gonna drop the Liam Paro card because there is one other fight on there that I am betting on. So we'll drop that. And then obviously on the weekend, we got the big one. Jerron Boots Ennis, Xander card. Nice card, man. Jahad Tucker, Cedeno. That's going to be a good fight. Ben Whitaker making his U.S. debut against Rivera. Emiliano Vargas. He in a fight too. So let's see who else can round out the undercard there with the matchroom fighters and the top-ranked fighters. You know, top-ranked, they're going to put their young guys. I feel like this is an event where you put Scooter Davis on, man. You let him, you know, start the prelim or main prelim or something like that. But it doesn't look like they got Scooter Davis on this one. They got him on the Abdullah Mason card, which also makes sense because that's going to be the debut of the cable TNT card. So that's how they're trying to showcase their young talent on cable. And I think that's probably a better strategy than a pay-per-view event like Boots and Zayas, because more people can get access to the cable event. You know, the pay-per-view event, unless you got the Zone Ultimate, you got to pay the pay-per-view, man, to watch it, right? So I think it's all good over there for Top Rank, man. They got a lot of young talent. I think that card should be well rounded out by young talent by Matchroom and Top Rank, because Matchroom is co-promoting with them to make that fight possible, man. Shout out to everybody, man. But yeah, I think I got through all my topics, man. Oh, shoot, let me check. See if anybody wanted to come up. If you guys want to come up, call in. I got the links in the chat, man. Let me drop them in there again. We got the X Spaces. We got the Discord rocking. Yeah, you can come up and talk some boxing. And I got the panel link as well, too, man. If you guys want the panel. But yeah, man, it should be interesting this weekend to see Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander. We'll break that down probably on Thursday night as it gets closer. You know, that's going to be worth for that. But as for now, we got Lewis Crocker, Liam Paro tomorrow morning. We'll see what that fight brings. Lewis Crocker, he's a tough dude, man. You know, he had 2 battles against Patty Donovan. I thought Patty Donovan looked like the better fighter in both fights, but I think the second fight, like Lewis Crocker, he won because of them knockdowns. He got like, I think 2 knockdowns in the fight, or 2 or 3. He got like crucial knockdowns to where it swung the cards his way. And I think Patty like looked like the better boxer, but yo, those 10-8 rounds, man, they do something, bro. They do something, bro. Them 10-8 rounds could save you. And I think that's what happened in that fight. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Can Liam Paro become a 2-division champion? That's huge. You know, Australia, I'm sure he's going to be tipping up into some elite company with being a 2-division world champion, man. Liam Paro, not a guy that we thought, you know, would wow us with stuff like that, stats like that, but he could be on the brink of doing that, man. He could be on the brink of completing some history of his own in his country. Hopefully there's a big crowd that comes out and supports him, man. You know, maybe Liam Paro could become a guy, if he wins, that can build a country, bring a country with him to the United States. And we know Crocker, man, he got the Irish behind him. Yo, man, when him and Patty Donovan did that fight in Ireland, it was electric stadium fight. You gotta think if he wins, they go back to that stadium, because I'm sure they did well. They made money. They had that great atmosphere. It was, man. So they probably go back and do a rematch, which would be a 3rd fight, a trilogy. Probably in Ireland, man. Probably. I don't know if you can throw that on the Katie Taylor undercard at Croke Park, man. Maybe. Maybe. Katie Taylor, man. She going out on her own terms. Shout out to her. She got herself a fight. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to head on out, man. I'm going to be live again in the morning, 8 a.m. Y'all hit the notification. I already got the stream on lock. If you guys want to go check it out, hit the notification so you don't miss it. We're going to be up and early talking about the Paro, Lewis Crocker. We're going to watch the fight, break it down, score it too. I'm going to score it as well. I usually put the scoreboard up. We'll do that. And yeah, man, we'll talk again soon, man. Peace to all my people. Salute, salute. I appreciate y'all. Salute to Polo Buck, Attorney Bailey for dropping the super chats, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. All my brothers and sisters who tuned in. Pugilism, what up, man? He said Lewis Crocker or Paro. Head on down to the scope and fight the winner of Norman Jr. and Keyshawn for the WBO if Haney vacating attempts to fight a 154 winner boots his ass. Possibly. But I think they're actually saying the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Rolly gonna get possibly the winner of Lewis Crocker and Paro, whoever wins that. But yeah, man, we're gonna be up early tomorrow morning talking this boxing. Salute Eddie Alvarez. See you in the morning, bro. Peace. We out of here.